I am Dr. Hemali Jayasekara from Adolescent and Youth Health Unit, Family Health Bureau, Ministry of Health. I would like to start session 15 of training of trainer programs on adolescent and youth health. Our topic is young people and accidents. Main objectives are describe the common types of accidents that occur among young people in Sri Lanka, discuss the personal, family and economic burden of accidents or road traffic accidents on young persons, describe the risk factors for road traffic accidents and drowning in relation to young persons, describe primary, secondary and tertiary preventive measures. Basic concepts. There are 4 basic concepts. They are causes of accidents, risk factors, burden of accidents, ways of reducing risk factors. Definition of accident. An unfortunate incident that happens unexpectedly and unintentionally, typically resulting in damage or injury. An unforeseen and unplanned event or circumstance. An unplanned, unexpected and undesigned event which occurs suddenly and causes injury or loss, a decrease in value of the resources or an increase in liabilities. Describe the common types of accidents that occur among young people in Sri Lanka. Common accidents made by young persons are road traffic accidents, fall from heights, drowning, sports-related injuries, poisoning, fire and thermal injuries including firecracker injuries, electrocution, violent acts, snake bite, occupational or industrial accidents or animal attacks such as dog bites, elephant attacks. Burden of accidents. Now we will discuss the burden of accidents. Fatal accidents, it will lead to death as a result of injuries. In non-fatal accidents, complete recovery, end up in disability. Causes for deaths due to injuries. According to Register General Department and IMMR data, main cause for deaths and disabilities among youth between 10 to 24 years is due to external causes. They are more prone to sustain with injuries due to poor development of prefrontal cortex till mid-20s. Majority of deaths among 15 to 19 and 20 to 24 youth are due to intentional injuries. And next cause of death is road traffic accident. Top 5 leading causes of deaths among adolescents and youth in 2013. In all age categories, the main leading cause for deaths among adolescents and youth in 2013 were external causes. What are the external causes of deaths among adolescents and youth in 2013? First cause was intentional injuries and second cause was transport accidents. Road traffic accidents. Factors influencing exposure to risk pre-crash. Causes: economic development and social deprivation, demographic factors such as age and sex, road use planning practices which influence length of trip and mode of travel used. In the absence of proper road use planning, residential, commercial and industrial activity will evolve in haphazard pattern and road traffic will evolve similarly to meet the needs of these various activities. Definitions. Road traffic fatality, a death occurring within 30 days of the road traffic crash. Delhi. Normally we have to consider Delhi in road traffic fatalities. That is disability adjusted life year, a health gap measure that combines information on the number of years lost from premature death with the loss of health from disability. Factors influencing exposure to risk pre-crash. Mixture of high-speed motorist traffic with vulnerable road users, insufficient attention to integration of road conditions with decisions about speed limits, road layout and design. Factors influencing road crash influencing crash involvement, inappropriate and excessive speed, presence of alcohol, medicinal or recreational drugs, fatigue, being a young male, having youth as passengers in the same car, traveling in darkness. Other factors are especially vehicle factors such as braking, handling and maintenance, defects in road design, layout, maintenance, which can also lead to unsafe behavior by road users. Inadequate visibility because of environmental factors, fog, mist, heavy rains. Poor eyesight of road users. Use of mobile phones while driving. People suffering from road rage, aggressive acts committed by drivers. Road rage. The person who is most susceptible to road rage is a male under the age of 19 years. 49% of road rage incidents are caused by a distracted driver or someone not paying attention. Factors influencing crash severity. Human tolerance factors, inappropriate or excessive speed, not wearing seat belts and child restraints, not wearing crash helmets by users of two-wheel vehicles, non-crash protective roadside objects, insufficient vehicle crash protection for occupants for those hit by vehicles, presence of roadside objects. Factors influencing post-crash outcome of injuries are delay in detecting crash and transporting of those injured to a health facility, presence of fire resulting from collision, leakage of hazardous materials, difficulty in rescuing and extracting people from vehicles, lack of appropriate pre-hospital care, lack of appropriate care in hospital emergency rooms, being under influence of alcohol and other drugs. Alcohol and teenagers. The risk of a road crash when a driver is under alcohol, adverse effects of alcohol varies with age. Teenage drivers who are under influence of alcohol increase risk of having a road crash if they have passengers in the vehicle as compared with those driving alone. Then we will consider socio-economic and health effects of road traffic injuries. Road traffic injuries cause emotional, physical, economic harm. We will consider individual cost. There could be many results due to accidents other than a death of a person. Non-lethal injuries of road traffic accidents could be any of the following: burns and scalds, loss of limbs, injury to body organs, disability. These injuries cause considerable long-term distress, pain, disfigurement and psychological problems. Burden on families. For everyone killed, injured or disabled, the family members are emotionally affected. Household income, food consumption and lower living standards. Other burden on families are loss of earnings together with medical bills, funeral cost and legal bills. Legal bills can have a drastic effect on families' finances. Getting into debt to meet above and other day-to-day expenses. Economic cost of RTA. Globally, US dollars 518 billion economic cost is there for RTA. In low-income countries, it is 65 billion US dollars. Between 1% and 1.5% of gross national product in low-income and middle-income countries is for economic cost of RTA. Primary preventive measures. We will see how the primary preventive measures can be adopted. Accident prevention. Accident prevention refers to the plans, preparations and actions taken to avoid or stop an accident before it happens. These measures are road traffic deaths and serious injuries are to a great extent preventable, since the risk of incurring injury in a crash is largely predictable and many countermeasures are proven to be effective. Road traffic injury needs to be considered alongside with other non-communicable diseases as it is a preventable public health problem that responds well to targeted intervention. It has to be done through multi-sectoral strategic plans. Above are addressed through three prime elements of the traffic system: vehicles, road users, and the road infrastructure. Policy and regulations. Reducing the volume of motor vehicle traffic by means of better road use. Encouraging people to switch from higher risk to lower risk modes of transport, placing restrictions on motor vehicle users on vehicles or on the road infrastructure, convenient pedestrian and cyclist routes, minimizing exposure to high risk scenarios, giving priority in the road network to high occupancy vehicles. Other policy and regulations are increase the legal age for use of motorist two-wheelers, graduated driver licensing system, adjusting the design of the road and road networks to accommodate human characteristics, classifying the road network according to their primary road functions and setting appropriate speed limits according to these road functions, improving road layout and design to encourage better use, having speed bumps and humps, etc. Suggest reducing speed limits in city areas, installation of CCTV cameras at junctions with traffic lights, incentive programs, law enforcement, publicity campaigns, road design. We will see how the road design can be implemented. Introduction of skid resistant surfacing, physical changes to roads to make them safer, installation of central refuge safe areas, improve lighting, road signs and markings, designing roads without dangerous roadside objects, introducing a clear zone at the side of the road. Road use. Some selected factors are improving the visibility of vehicles, wear clothing that increases their visibility, adhering to road rules, always to cross the road at the pedestrian crossings, to look both sides before crossing the road, not to cross the road in front or behind a stationary vehicle. Other selected factors are non-consumption of alcohol and hard drugs and recreational substances when driving, avoid driving when under certain medicinal drugs, mandatory helmet use for bicycles and motorcycles, anger control, stress control. For vehicles, selected factors are crash protective vehicle exterior design, occupant restraints, presence of seat belts, presence of seat belt warning signs, presence of airbags, presence of blood alcohol level detectors, front, rear and wheel reflectors for cyclists and bicycle lamps that are visible at specified distances. Secondary preventive measures. Quality pre-hospital care, detecting, reporting, response, on-scene care and care in transit, transfer to definitive or health care, quality hospital care, it's multidisciplinary care. Now we will focus for drowning. Definition: drowning is the process of experiencing respiratory impairment from submersion or immersion in liquid. Outcomes are classified as death, morbidity and no morbidity. Global statistics. Drowning is the third leading cause of unintentional injury death worldwide, accounting for 7% of all injury-related deaths. Global estimates may significantly underestimate the actual public health problem. Low and middle income countries account for over 90% of unintentional drowning deaths. Risk factors. Age is a risk factor, especially age between 1 to 14 years. Sex is a risk factor. Males are especially at risk of drowning, with twice the overall mortality rate of females. They are more likely to be hospitalized than females for non-fatal drowning. Studies suggest that the higher drowning rates among males are due to increased exposure to water and their risky behavior such as swimming alone, swimming under influence of alcohol and boating. Protective factors: higher education level, better occupational status, higher income. Environmental factors: access to water. Increased access to water due to occupational requirements or for recreation is a risk factor for drowning. Children who live near open water sources such as ditches, ponds, irrigation channels, or pools are especially at risk. Climatic conditions. Drowning accounts for 75% of deaths in flood disasters. Flood disasters are becoming more frequent and this trend is expected to continue. Drowning risk increases with floods, particularly in low and middle income countries. Behavioral factors: getting into water under influence of alcohol, lack of parental supervision. Other factors: medical conditions such as epilepsy. Tourists unfamiliar with local rivers, streams, sea, who swim, dive, and bath. Prevention of drowning. Training and availability of safety measures. Teaching school children on basis of swimming and how to swim. Training of water safety and safe rescue skills. Provision of safety jackets. Availability of competent rescue teams. Display warning signs in unsafe areas. Policy measures: setting and enforcing safe boating, building resilience to flooding, managing flood risk through better disaster preparedness planning, land use planning, and early warning systems. Multisectoral approach and greater coordination between collaboration among UN agencies, governments, and other institutions to prevent drowning. Now we will consider generic measures on injury prevention. Ability not to succumb to peer pressure, especially life skills. Appropriate training on specific activities. Education on safe practices. Emphasize on the need to abide by safety measures and use of safety equipment. To refrain from consuming alcohol and other addictive substances, especially when in action. Inclusion of injury prevention in the school curriculum. Engaging mass media on public education and safe practices. These are very important to prevent injuries. In summary, deaths from accidents are only the tip of the iceberg. As for every single death, there are many more admitted to hospitals with injuries, such as bad scalding, loss or damage to body or limbs, bruises, hemorrhage, which cause considerable long-term distress, pain, disfigurement, and psychological problems. The financial cost of accidents are difficult to assess. Some of them would be the medical cost, loss of output, damage to property, suffering, and grief. Thank you.